Welcome to today's hot topic in the royal world. There's this book making waves, The Palace Papers Inside the House of Windsor, The Truth and the Turmoil by Tina Brown. It's a real page-turner, diving into the complex dynamics of the royal family, particularly focusing on Prince Harry. Now, this book isn't just any tell-all, it's stirring up quite the debate about Harry's relationship with his family, especially with Meghan Markle in the picture. So, what's the buzz about? Well, Brown's book suggests that Harry's been battling some serious inner turmoil for quite a while. And guess what? Meghan Markle isn't the first to nudge Harry towards therapy. According to a report by The Mirror, Harry's ex, Cressida Bonas, was actually the one who first voiced her concerns. She even went as far as suggesting he should see a psychiatrist. Imagine that! But that's not all. The book spills the tea on some royal sibling rivalry too. Harry and William, once thick as thieves, now at odds. The friction, it seems, started simmering when William took on a patron role at the Tusk Trust, a charity for rhino and elephant conservation, about 8 years ago. Brown quotes a friend of the brothers describing Harry as a very, very angry man and talks about their Olympic rows. Now, here's where it gets more intriguing. After Harry and Cressida called it quits in 2014, Harry sent her a heartfelt letter. He expressed his admiration and gratitude for her pushing him to confront his demons. Fast forward to the present, and it's Meghan getting the credit for encouraging Harry's therapy journey. The royal family's stance on mental health? Well, that's another story. But let's not forget, this is just one perspective. Brown's book paints a picture of Harry that's not just about his relationship with Meghan, but a deeper, longer-standing struggle within. A struggle that perhaps was overshadowed by the royal facade. Now, let's dive deeper into this royal roller coaster. The plot thickens with Tina Brown's revelations in her book. It's not just a story of Harry and Meghan, it's a tale of what was brewing in the royal corridors even before Meghan stepped into the picture. Here's something to chew on. Harry's mental health has been a topic of concern way before Meghan's arrival. The Mirror reports that Cressida Bonas, Harry's former flame, was so worried about his state of mind that she urged him to see a therapist. Interestingly, she apparently sought advice from MI6 to find the right therapist for him. This tidbit throws a curveball at the narrative that Meghan was the one who set Harry on his therapeutic path. But wait, there's more. Brown's book suggests that the seeds of discord between Harry and William were sown much earlier than we thought. It wasn't just Meghan's entry that stirred the pot, the rift was already there. Brown speculates that Harry and William's relationship took a different turn around the time William married Catherine in 2011. William, understandably, became more family-focused, but did this shift contribute to the growing gap between the brothers? This brings us to the big what if. What if Harry had stayed with Cressida? She seemed to genuinely care for his mental well-being. Contrast that with Meghan, who, according to Brown, had different aspirations, transforming them into a global powerhouse, akin to the celebrity status once held by Princess Diana. This ambition, as per Brown's view, led to a stark transformation in Harry's life and his relationship with his family. Brown, as noted in The Mirror, emphasizes the change in Harry's dynamics with William post his marriage to Catherine. The brotherly bond, once strong, started to fray. As William settled into marital bliss and fatherhood, did Harry feel left behind, igniting the feelings of resentment? This aspect of Brown's narrative presents a more complex, layered understanding of the royal rift. Let's delve into a fascinating aspect of royal relationships, especially the dynamic between Princes Harry and William. It seems Harry might have struggled with his brother's happiness. Picture this, William and Catherine, a match seemingly made in heaven, deeply in love and supporting each other through thick and thin. Now, compare that to Harry and Meghan's relationship, which, by some accounts, seems to lack that same depth. The essence of Harry's jealousy, as some see it, lies in this stark contrast. He allegedly envied William's blissful life with Catherine, perceiving his own marital experience as falling short. Remember the days when Harry, William, and Catherine were a tight trio? Harry even once called Catherine the sister he always wanted. Their bond was evident in their shared jokes and laughter, a camaraderie that seemed unbreakable. However, according to Tina Brown, things took a turn after the birth of Princess Charlotte in 2015. Despite living close to each other at Kensington Palace, sharing an office, and spending quality time together, Harry reportedly began to feel a sense of loss. He missed the us-against-the-world bond he once shared with William. Brown suggests that Harry felt sidelined by William's growing family and his deepening ties with Catherine's family, the Middletons. In her book, Brown writes about Harry's disinterest in the Middletons' family home, Bucklebury, describing it as a place that bored him to tears. This contrasted sharply with William, who, according to Brown, embraced a more family-oriented, country lifestyle. It paints a picture of two brothers, once inseparable, now drifting apart as their lives took different paths and priorities. The royal family dynamic, always under scrutiny, reveals layers of complexity in these personal relationships. In the royal saga, there's an intriguing undercurrent about Prince Harry's emotional journey. Some suggest that Harry, despite his royal stature, might not have fully matured emotionally. There's a notion floating around that he's stuck in the emotional mindset of a much younger version of himself. This, according to some, explains his inability to rejoice in his brother's happiness with Catherine. The narrative goes that Harry's jealousy isn't just about William's blissful marriage. It's also about feeling left behind as William embraced adulthood and family life. In the early days of William and Catherine's marriage, the trio, William, Catherine, and Harry, were inseparable. They were often seen together, symbolizing a united front. But as time went on, and William's family grew, the dynamics inevitably changed. Harry, it seems, struggled to find his place in this evolving scenario. This perceived emotional stagnation, as some see it, made Harry vulnerable, perhaps an easy target for someone like Meghan Markle. Critics argue that Meghan sensed Harry's emotional vulnerability and used it to her advantage. They speculate that if Harry had partnered with someone more aligned with the royal family's values, the cousins, Harry's and William's children, could have had a close-knit relationship, growing up together in harmony. However, the entry of Meghan Markle into Harry's life marked a significant shift. Some believe that Meghan's realization of her secondary status to Catherine within the royal hierarchy might have influenced her actions and decisions. This perception of Meghan's ambition and Harry's emotional state paints a complex picture of their relationship and its impact on the broader family dynamics. In the royal narrative, Meghan Markle's role is often seen through a lens of controversy. Some believe her influence on Harry has been profound, but not necessarily in a positive way. The crux of the matter seems to be Meghan's reluctance to adapt to royal protocols, particularly the tradition of curtsying, which she reportedly found uncomfortable. This discomfort with the royal norms is seen as a driving force behind their decision to step back from royal duties. The difference in how Cressida Bonas and Meghan Markle reportedly approached Harry's mental well-being is striking. Where Cressida is said to have encouraged Harry to seek help for his struggles, critics argue that Meghan took a different path. Instead of helping him to heal, some suggest she fueled his grievances, leading to a more combative stance against the royal family. This narrative paints Harry's actions as retaliatory, driven by a desire to inflict hurt, mirroring his own perceived pain. The accusations he and Meghan have leveled against the royal family of racism and indifference are viewed by some as part of this narrative of vengeance. These actions, as seen by critics, are not about sharing their side of the story but about striking back at the family Harry once was close to. The ongoing saga of Harry and Meghan versus the royal family is a complex tapestry of emotions, expectations, and alleged misunderstandings. It's a story that continues to evolve, leaving the public to wonder about the future of these relationships and the true motivations behind the actions of those involved.